strong, the exact impact, how close the low comes ashore, still yet to be determined. But this one looks like it could be a pretty big one. Back to you.
So we'll have to wear David Lee's hat, pretty much.
I want to wear that hat.
Yeah, he looks good in it. He does. All right, thank you, Janice. Well, in the middle of the deep freeze, we've got this.
For some time now, melting ice here at the North Pole has made our operations and our day-to-day life intolerable and impossible. And there may be no alternative but to cancel Christmas.
I mean, is this the Blair North Pole Project? Are you kidding me? Greenpeace now using Santa to scare people about global warming. Filmmaker Philippe McAleer is not at all surprised. His latest film is Frack Nation, and it's actually a lot more fun and a lot more informative. But what do you think of this? I mean, I think this is going a bit too far.
No, this is what they do. They use any means necessary. They see this as a moral war, and you know, any means necessary to scare people. And even in the midst of freezing weather, they're releasing these scare videos telling children that Santa Claus's home is going to melt away. It's despicable, but it's not shocking.
You know, but it does say something about the chutzpah of Greenpeace to say you have the power to cancel Christmas. Touché, Greenpeace. But I'm wondering, though, to what end? I mean, at this time of year, do you actually see something like this boomerang on you? Whatever your thoughts on global warming and whether we're behind it and destroying things or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, global warming it seems to have a kind of religious hold on some people. I mean, Rutgers University, you know, just released a report saying it's going to be really cold. I think it's the European Academy of Sciences released, or the National Research Council in America said there'll be no more cold winters, and the pine beetle is going to destroy all the forests because they're not being killed off by the cold winters. So it seems to be a religion where you can take whatever you want out of it. Every weather event is a proof of global warming, and facts just don't seem to get in the way. Facts in front of your eyes. 2 feet of snow doesn't
well, you know, you're right.
That global warming is not happening.
You know a lot more about this than I do, but I do remember quite distinctly to your earlier point about the forecast that in future winters we were going to be all running around in our bathing suits, and that we would just not see any of the stuff we're seeing now. Now the stuff we're seeing now is part of global warming and a way to justify all this argument for global warming. So they can kind of have their snowy cake and eat it too here.
Yeah. There was a famous article on the front page of the Independent newspaper in 2000 that children have to put their sleds away. There'll be no more sledding for children. They wouldn't know what snow is. I have been in winters in the UK, let me tell you, this last few years. They know what snow is. You know, and we know what snow is here in the US. But then again, they've just changed the rules that this is now proof of global warming. It's a little bit sad, it's a little bit pathetic, it's quite needy in some ways that they have to be relevant, you know. They just can't accept that the weather changes and that human beings will adapt, and that it's really cold in Finland, but they're really successful and prosperous there, and if it gets a bit cold here, we'll manage.
But to go after Santa, Philip, come on, this is the last straw.
It really no. Listen, they're capable of all sorts of things. A filmmaker in the UK released a global warming scare video showing children blowing up, exploding.
Amazing.
This is what they do. So I want to say to the children out there: don't worry. Santa's home will be. Look outside. It's really cold out there. Santa's home is going to be fine for for a long time to come, and your presents will arrive.
And by the way, Santa does not sound like Darth Vader, just as a quick aside. Philippe, thank you very much. Very good seeing you, my friend.